Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is finally out and it is fantastic. And a huge part of why I love any of the Smash games is due to the sheer number of fighters I have at my disposal. In Ultimate, there's a staggering 75 fighters across the board to choose from, ranging from classics like Mario, Link, and Samus to some friendly new faces like Incineroar, King K. Rool, and Inkling. But in true gamer fashion, we've deemed that 75 just isn't enough and we want more. And what's great is that there have already been 5 DLC fighters promised, with one already being confirmed as Joker from Persona 5. You see, what's so great about these Smash characters is the amount of thought that Masahiro Sakurai and the Smash team puts into them. They're added because they make great additions to the game based on their own unique personalities and fighting possibilities. But with at least 4 more fighters coming, it definitely has our wheels spinning on who's next. And with such an eclectic, crazy roster already, there's some that we at the Countdown have in mind. So today, we're counting down our top 10 Smash characters we're dying to see join Ultimate. But before we get started, make sure to like this video and subscribe. Also hit that bell, it's super helpful and helps us keep making videos. Number 10. Crash Bandicoot. If you're a gamer, old school or new, you're probably familiar with this platformer franchise revolving around the lovable anthropomorphic Bandicoot, which, yes, is a real animal. In the game, Crash's quiet life is turned upside down when the game's antagonist, Dr. Neo Cortex, Crash's creator, decides he wants him dead. It was pure family fun. And when it comes to great Smash characters, Crash Bandicoot checks all the boxes we're looking for. With his goofy personality and wild weapons like this fruit bazooka, it isn't hard to imagine him in the Smash universe. Plus, if that's not enough of a reason, Crash Bandicoot's Insane Trilogy was the fastest selling Switch game of 2018 just before Pokemon Let's Go and Smash Ultimate came out. All those reasons combined to make this crazy Bandicoot a frontrunner for one of the 4 remaining DLC characters. Number 9. Rabbids. Due to the fairly recent success of Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle, it's clear much of the Smash community would welcome these cute little weirdos. Originally from Ubisoft's Rayman franchise, these rabbit-like mischief causers were initially the antagonists, but due to their wild popularity, became the protagonists in their first standalone game, Rabbids Go Home. That's because, well, they're freaking adorable and awesome. And since Mario, Peach, and Kong Rabbids have already cemented themselves as spirits in the Smash Ultimate universe, I wouldn't be the least bit surprised if we saw them joining the fighting crew. And with their blank slate nature, Smash could easily turn these critters alive, especially considering they could don costumes from all the other Ubisoft titles. Number 8. Rayman. Speaking of Rayman's raving Rabbids, what about Rayman himself? Similar to Crash Bandicoot, this beloved platformer has been around since the 90s, and its eponymous star has all the makings of a Smash hit. Okay, so yes, he's got no arms or legs, but he thankfully does have hands and feet to beat his opponents with. And the fact that his appendages can move independently of his own body would make for an amazing set of attacks. Long-range punches, being able to project balls of energy, or being able to glide by spinning his hair like a helicopter blade. And imagine being able to use the plunger gun to attack enemies, or being able to control the buzz rocket. It'd be awesome. Number 7. Leon Kennedy from the Resident Evil series. I mean, yeah, there's a lot that Smash can pull from the catalog of Resident Evil. Jill Valentine, Chris Redfield, but for me, the clear choice is Leon. This awesome gunslinger cop from Raccoon City concepted by Hideki Kamiya would make a great addition to the cast of Smash. Utilizing guns, knives, and his own fists, he'd probably be similar to Snake, yet lighter and faster, and more handsome. And imagine his final Smash being the ultra-powerful hand cannon from Resident Evil 4? With Leon headed to Nintendo Switch in 2019 with a port of Resident Evil 2 and 4, it would be absolutely fitting. Plus, Smash could really use some more fan favorites from horror franchises like Resident Evil to join the likes of Castlevania fighters like Simon and Richter. Number 6. Sora. Okay, with the upcoming major Disney Square Enix release of Kingdom Hearts 3, Sora feels like a no-brainer add to the Smash franchise. This unassuming boy that somehow barely ages may not look on the surface like a badass, but this little guy packs a serious punch thanks to that infamous set of Keyblades he wields. For those unfamiliar, Kingdom Hearts follows Sora along with his friends Goofy and Donald Duck as they travel through various Disney World, fighting evil known as the Heartless. But as I mentioned, the Keyblade is really what sells me on having Sora join the Smash roster. Serving as a fighting tool and keyhole sealer in the game, there have been dozens of variations throughout the series, all which would make for stellar weapon choices for Sora. But Kingdom Hearts fans, let's be honest, while the game would probably feature the infamous Kingdom Key, how cool would it be for Sora to equip the epic Ultima Keyblade, or even the Tim Burton-inspired Decisive Pumpkin Keyblade from The Nightmare Before Christmas? And while a much tougher get logistically, Sora's friends could easily join him on the battlefield either as an assist trophy or final smash move. Number 5. Chrono. So if you're unfamiliar, this young adventurer hails from the Chrono series of games developed by Square way back in the 90s and initially released on the Super NES. This classic RPG has the players controlling up to 6 playable characters throughout a 2D fictional world of forests, cities, and dungeons. But even though there are definitely choices to be had with these playable characters, Chrono himself would be my obvious choice for the next Smash fighter. This spiky-haired redhead would clearly wield his beloved katana when fighting, which alone feels like a no-brainer. That coupled with the range of attacks he could instill using his magic lightning abilities, there are so many possibilities to be had. And we all know how much Sakurai likes his anime swordsman. Number 4. Goku. So love it or hate it, there is definitely a place for Goku in the Smash universe. Fans of Dragon Ball have been begging for this extraterrestrial warrior since way back in the mid-2000s, and they haven't given up hope. Distinguished by his famous hairstyle and superhuman strength, Goku has a whole list of moves that could accompany him in Smash. His energy techniques alone make him a great choice for a fighter in the series. Energy waves, finger beams, Kai Blast, the list goes on. But obviously, Final Smash or not, Goku's signature attack, the Kamehameha, is bound to be part of his Smash likeness. I mean, the variations alone, flying, bending, super, or God Kamehameha, it's pretty clear why DBZ fans are drooling over the chance of Goku entering the battlefield. Number 3. Hollow Knight's Knight. Next up, we have this little indie Metroidvania game developed by Team Cherry, which is quite possibly one of the best Switch games of 2018. For those unaware, this action-adventure game takes place within the ancient kingdom of Hallownest and has the player control, you guessed it, the knight. And this nameless knight's main method of fighting is a range of different styled bladed weapons called nails. But with his already established quick dash attacks and slick movements on the battlefield, he'd fit right into the roster. He's already like a Smash fighter and he's not even in the game yet. And imagine how awesome it would be for a game that was funded through a Kickstarter crowdfunding campaign to wind up donating their star to Smash Brothers. Number 2. Solaire of Vestora. Praise the sun! Another fictional knight on our list. This one from the beloved action RPG and controller killing franchise created by Hidetaka Miyazaki, Dark Souls. And while he has become quite the internet meme with his signature praise the sun gesture, his unique personality would actually make for a really cool Smash fighter. I mean, aside from praising the sun, Solaire is actually a skilled warrior who aids you in various boss fights throughout Dark Souls. Coupling his lightning spear miracle together with his sunlight straight sword, Solaire would be simple yet effective among the fighters. Also, come on, this warrior of sunlight has a beautiful personal mission to find his very own sun, and damn it, that'll warm anybody's heart. Honorable mentions. First up, 2 that probably deserve to become full-time Smash fighters. Everyone's favorite internet meme, Waluigi, and classic Nintendo star Bomberman. Then, given Sonic's secured place in Smash, we'd also love to see Knuckles and Tails make a real fighting appearance in the universe too. And finally, a fan favorite among the Smash community, Isaac from the 2001 RPG Golden Sun. This 17-year-old who has an arsenal of axes, maces, and swords to choose from seems like an obvious no-brainer. Number 1. Banjo and Kazooie. You probably guessed it, but there is no denying the possibility of this duo as one of the 4 remaining DLC characters. This classic N64 game revolved around a bear named Banjo and a bird named Kazooie. I mean, come on, the writing is on the wall when it comes to this being a duo in Smash. While the game focused on completing challenging puzzles to gather jigsaw pieces, using both Banjo and Kazooie as a fighting team would have a ton of possibilities. First, for your basic attacks, you've got the standard claw swipes from Banjo and the pecks from Kazooie. Easy. And then for the specials, oh boy, there's so many to choose from. You could use this Breagle Bash where Banjo literally slams Kazooie into the ground to injure nearby opponents. Or imagine Beak Buster or Beak Barge, which could inevitably make the cut as Kazooie flies Banjo around the battlefield. And then the eggs, which, you know, speak for themselves. Blue egg, fire egg, ice egg, and ultimately the grenade egg. Launching them at your enemies, it'd be a thing of beauty. So yes, it would be great if they appeared on the Smash roster as full-time fighters, but you know what would actually be even better? If developer Rare would come out with another game featuring these lovable heroes. First Smash, then a sequel? Who's with me? So there it is, 10 Smash fighters we want added to Smash Bros. Ultimate. Have any favorites we missed? Leave a comment down below. Thanks for watching Arcade Cloud. If you like what you saw, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And while you're here, check out these other Arcade Cloud videos, ready for your viewing pleasure.